Hello guys, welcome to another live stream. Finally back. Didn't have a chance to stream earlier in the week, but here we are. Max, hello. BM Break, hello. Captain's Mac, thank you guys for being here. And yeah, today if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Today we are going to be featuring, we are going to be starting off with a Silvally Metal deck, which has been getting quite a bit of hype lately. I think it should be pretty interesting to use. And Wendigo, hello, and Captain's Mac, indeed, that is Celesteela. Hello, Joel, and yeah, Trainer Chip, thank you so much for the host. I guess that's an automatic host. As you can see, like down there at the bottom, I'm able to showcase the alerts now a little bit better. I just moved them so they show a little bit more, and yeah. Okay, so Silvally-GX 210 HP ability Gyri unit gives free retreat to all basic Pokemon you have in play. Then you have Turbo Drive, which deals 120, and you get to attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon for the cost of 3 energy. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good attack, especially when you combine it with the tools that change Silvally to a different typing, and hopefully we will be getting extras of those tools in later sets, so eventually we will cover all of the typings, so Silvally can actually become really useful. And then we have Rebel GX, which deals 50 damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Rebel GX attack in the sense that it's the same as Dangerous Rogue. For Lycanroc, it does the exact same thing, and this is the first time I think that we've had a repeat GX attack, which is not ideal, but hey, I guess they were bound to run out of ideas at some point, right? To evolve, we have the type Null and 110 HP beefy basic, so that's really good. Means we're pretty much for sure going to get up to Silvally-GX. And then we have a wide array of metal type Pokemon to support Silvally. We have Celesteela-GX, which is the other like main Pokemon from today's video, or today's deck rather. 200 HP for a basic, really nice amount, and it is an Ultra Beast. Then we have Rugged Fall, which deals 30 damage plus 30 more for every colorless cost in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. So overall a decent attack. And then we have Moon Press dealing 130 for a solid 4 energy, and then Blaster GX, which deals 180 damage, and you turn over all of your prize cards. So pretty solid at GX attack, with, dealing a very nice amount. And then the first attack with a Choice Band does get 1 hit KOs on Gardevoir, which is the main idea behind using the attack. So pretty decent synergy right there with all the double colorless. Then we have one Magearna-EX, which also synergizes well with all of the metal energy we are running. We prevent effects of attack such as paralysis, such as energy removal, and we get a pretty good attacker with Soul Blaster. We get 1 hit KOs on Gardevoir GXs, so that's the whole reason to be using this type of attacker. And whenever we do get the water typing tool for Silvally-GX, that could actually be really good in terms of covering the metal Pokemon weaknesses really well. Then we have 2 Registeel basic Pokemon. Turbo Arm deals 30 damage, and you get to attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So this is essentially a Ralts KO'er, pretty much. Iron Hand is an okay attack. Once again, with a Choice Band, it does get a knockout on Gardevoir GX, but the 2 metal energy and 1 colorless instead of 1 metal and 2 colorless is a bit more restrictive for sure. Then the supporting casts, we have 3 Lele and 1 Oranguru. And finally we have this Cobalion, which is once again another answer to Gardevoir. We have Revenge Blast, 30 damage plus 30 more for every prize card your opponent has taken. So many times you can create scenarios where, wow, Wendigo, thank you so much for the subscription, that's very nice of you. I'm actually not sure why the sound alerts are not playing, but I'll make sure to check on that, because I'm using a different software now for the alerts. But thank you so much. I'm sure you guys saw over there the Tablemon emoji. There we go. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, as I was saying, Cobalion is yet another way to knock out Gardevoir. This is the main reason to be using all these metal type Pokemon. They do have some utility, they are very solid attackers, but the main idea is using Silvally to counter anything that's not Gardevoir, and then using the wide array of metal Pokemon in order to try and deal with Gardevoir. Then we have 4 Sycamore, 4 N, 4 Guzma, 2 Brigette, and 1 Acerola for our supporters. We have 4 Ultra Ball and 4 Choice Bands. For consistency, then we have a 2-2 split between Fighting Memory and Psychic Memory in order to turn Silvally into the type of attacker we needed. And then we have 3 Field Blower, a single Stretcher, and a single Special Charge, both to recover special energy and any of the Pokemon we need. And finally we have 4 double Colorless and 9 basic metal energy. So this is the deck. We shall see how it does in the ladder, which apparently just reset. We were using Guzzler, that's why our win streak is currently at 0. And the other decks I have planned for today's stream are Pheromosa Lurantis and Gyarados GX and a Zoroark spreading deck. We'll probably follow with Zoroark, I guess. So yeah. Ken Rises, hello, thank you so much for being here. Max, I can say a tongue twister in English if you want. Just tell me which one and I can try. Kilo, thank you so much for watching even though it's in English. Tomorrow will be in Spanish and we will be using probably the same decks. Tord, hello. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next week, I guess, at the London tournament. Andrew, thank you so much for being here. Baltharasso, hello, thank you for being here. Wendigo, once again, thank you for the amazing subscription. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I guess our opponent also recognizes us, and we do get an okay-ish start, except not really. I could Sycamore away all these cards, and I'm tempted to do so. I'm tempted to do so, but I didn't pay attention to the previous screen, so I'm actually not sure what we're up against, but my intuition tells me to just Sycamore away, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. That way we thin out our deck, we get brand new cards. Yeah, pretty good hand after this. Okay, so this is all we will do for now, but we have a pretty good hand to follow this up. Is Guardy a good play for London? I think it is. It definitely has a really big target on its head, where like it's likely a lot of people are going to try to counter it, but I still think it's super solid. And okay, we are up against the CDY Zoroark. So the Fighting Memory we discarded could actually be impactful, because with the Fighting Memory we could get 1 KOs on Zoroark. So that's something to take into consideration. Now we do immediately have the Silvally, which is pretty good. Let's Ultra Ball away the... see, I kind of want to end, but I also don't want to. Discarding a second Guzma, that would be the second Guzma out of 4. I don't think I have a choice here. I need to keep finding more cards. Okay, so off of the Ultra Ball, first let's check our deck. The other Fighting Memory is in there, so that's really good. Now, Silvally-GX could be useful actually. We could get some use out of powering up Celesteela. Magearna doesn't give us protection from anything here. Perhaps setting up another Silvally-GX would actually be better. Tempted to go for the Celesteela, just so that we can potentially use its GX attack. Although we'll probably want to use Silvally's GX attack, because my opponent already has a pretty big bench, so never mind. We'll just focus on Silvally for now. And yeah, I agree with Wendigo. Guardy will see a lot of play, because it's not only a familiar play, but also a very strong play. And Baltharazo, hello dear friend Makuhita or Moises. Tell him I really appreciate the support. And yeah, we get an Oranguru, we get a Brigette. We do have 3 Field Blowers, so I think I can afford to discard 1 right now. In order to potentially find another type null. Yeah, I like going for yet another type null. Although, perhaps Cobalion would be a good play, or even Magearna. I'll just grab Silvally. If we get end, we get end, and it's not a big deal. We made our deck thinner, so... Atre, hello, thank you so much for being here. And now finally we get to Turbo Arm. We deal 30 damage, we get to attach the metal energy to Silvally, which is now fully powered up. Pretty good there. The CDI Zoroark, it's felt very underwhelming. I think it has a terrible Buzzle Garbodor matchup, and also an overall really bad like Garbodor matchup in general, so that really put me off from the deck. It's a solid deck, but I don't think it's better than a Alolan Ninetales with Zoroark. So it's kind of my issue with the deck. Okay, so we draw into Celesteela and we draw into Magearna. Celesteela is a pretty beefy attacker. However, its damage output is not that spectacular, and it does take quite a bit of energy to pull off. So I guess my goal here would be to find a choice band to attach to Silvally and get a knockout on the Lele, and then powering up this other type null and using that one with the fighting memory perhaps. So I do top deck the choice band, which is pretty fortunate. After I Sycamore, I won't have any Sycamores left, so I'm really grateful I have the Oranguru. And because I see the Espeon, I'm actually gonna bench the Magearna, because that does offer us protection from the devolution strategy, which is pretty good. And I'm gonna attach energy to a type null, and I'm just gonna Sycamore away. So no Celesteela action this game. We get the second Silvally, pretty nice. Could bench another type null. We do have free retreat here, so we can freely retreat into Silvally to get a knockout. The Psychic Memory is going to be useless, but I definitely don't want to keep drawing it, so I'm just going to attach it to Oranguru, who I don't really see myself attacking with this game. And now we're just going to Turbo Drive, and we essentially have a 1-hit KO on, well, we have a knockout on this Lele, and then we have a follow-up 1-hit KO on anything we want. Presumably with the GX attack and the choice band. That's 230 damage exactly if my opponent doesn't bench anything else on the Rainbow Decidueye. Okay, so pretty good deal. Okay, so the bottom thing is actually not updating. So I have to open up this Muxy thing so that it starts opening up. And there we go. Now we see the newest sub, the newest follow, the last donation, and the top donation. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so we got end, and I attached the energy to Silvally instead of the Magearna just because I don't see myself attacking with Magearna. And ooh, Kartana. Kartana GX discards my DCE. That could actually be a big deal, actually. That could in fact be a very big deal. Wow, Kartana GX, I like that. My opponent bringing the spiciness to the game here. Hello, Pokemon and wife. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so double Feather Arrow does put me at 140 damage, but my opponent did not find the DCE. Now, the next card I draw is the Fighting Memory. Unfortunately though, I don't have an energy to follow this up. And my basic Pokemon have retreat, Silvally does not. And I kind of don't want to attach the Fighting Memory because it could just get Field Blowered away. So I think I'm gonna bench the Cobalion and I'm just gonna end here to try to find a DCE. Odds are I won't hit it, but we'll see. Yep, I don't hit it. And wow, Waddling Corgis, hello. Thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much, guys. Truly, thank you guys so much. It really makes a big difference, guys. You have no idea. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so there's a Guzma. There's a Guzma, and that would be the third potential Guzma. So I can empty my hand and try to draw the DC with Oranguru, or I can, like, off of 3 cards or off of 2 cards. 3 cards is obviously stronger. I feel like I have to give up on the Guzma here. Honestly, I'll remove the Psychic Memory just because I can. And then I'm gonna Ultra Ball away the 2 cards. I won't be getting anything, and there's still 3 DC left. I would be fine with just getting a Metal Energy actually, and being able to retreat into Registeel. I would be happy with that. There's a Metal Energy, there's actually 2 Metal Energy, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna retreat into Registeel. We're gonna get one of those back, but the 30 damage could be important. No, then we hit 150, so we're still 20 short, so never mind. We needed a hit with Registeel and a choice band perhaps. Does the energy go to the Silvally, or does it go to Cobalion potentially, or even Magearna? Nah, Magearna not really. Yeah, I'll just attach to Silvally. I do have another Metal Energy to attach to this brand new Silvally, which is pretty cool. And J3, I actually have not experimented with other Silvally builds just yet. Oh, this is you? EX Artem? I'm playing against you. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, Silvally has actually been pretty solid, honestly. Pretty solid. Okay, so there my opponent finally finds TCE and he ends us, so he gives us extra cards, which is pretty cool. Hello GD, thank you so much for being here. I'm doing very well, how about you? Now I also got the Acerola, so Registeel is definitely going down here. My opponent does have 2 Feather Arrows to place anywhere he wants, but if he decides to go after Silvally, I wouldn't actually mind using Acerola on it. And yeah, I agree, full art Silvally does look beautiful. I can't wait to get mine. Okay, so my opponent very smartly spreading the damage around. That way he has a chance to knock out either Silvally, although he still needs to find a choice band. Okay. So I definitely need to work on the sound notifications for the Muxi alerts. Okay, so here we can promote any basic Pokemon because they do have a retreat thanks to Silvally-GX. I do top deck a choice band, which the other one did get removed. So in order to get a knockout, I need to either use my GX attack or find the Fighting Memory. So I'm going to definitely attach here. I definitely want to attach the choice band to the Cobalion, I believe. And what I could do is Oranguru. I mean, is it even worth using Acerola on this Silvally? I do have a Metal Energy on the discard pile, so that would just put me 1 DC away from attacking with this Silvally, and we are definitely going to get a knockout here, one way or the other. So I think healing the Silvally is actually fine. Should have used instruct before, obviously. That's a mistake. Yeah, that was silly. But anyways, we're just gonna Rebel GX here. And the energy will definitely go... Oh, I don't get to attach an energy. Okay, so lots of mistakes happening. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Okay, I don't think he's trying to devolve. He's actually trying to spread the damage so that now this turn with the Mallow, he's gonna be able to put a Choice Band and a TC there, and he's gonna be able to get a knockout on the Silvally-GX. So yeah, now the Acerola looks like a terrible play, doesn't it? I mean, all I need to do is find the Fighting Memory. That's all I really need to do to knock out the Zoroark. So yeah, we're gonna see a Choice Band and a TCE right here. That means he can Feather Arrow once, and then he can Feather Arrow once somewhere else. The good thing is the price trade-off so far. We don't have any easy targets, so our best bet is to find the Fighting Memory to knock out the Zoroark. And Kilo, yeah, the Raichu Hitmore deck is actually pretty pretty interesting to use. Oh wow, really? My opponent didn't go for the Choice Band, so perhaps he doesn't have any anymore. Perhaps my opponent doesn't have any Choice Band anymore, so by attaching this DCE, I should guarantee myself the game. Like, I'm one Guzma away from knocking out the Zoroark, right? So I get to Turbo Drive. My opponent could potentially triple Feather Arrow my Silvally-GX, but I have the Guzma to knock out this Zoroark. So he needs Rare Candy, the CDI, and an Acerola. And we don't see the Rare Candy, the CDI, so I generally think my opponent misplayed by placing both damage counters on the Silvally. I think he should have placed one and then one on the other Silvally, if this was his plan all along, and then he could just double Feather Arrow for the knockout. So I misplayed, but my opponent also making a couple of misplays, I believe. Tamersin, hello, thank you so much for being here. Is the sound really cutting out for anyone else? Okay, so GD, investing into a set, I think the best card to invest into would be Boswell for sure. I don't think like Silvally is very experimental for sure, so Boswell is definitely the best card to invest into, but Silvally I think could become really good later on. So other than that, yeah, the set is a bit underwhelming for sure. Okay, so my opponent has drawn 3 prize cards. There's a Fighting Memory, just one turn too late. So perhaps if I had used Oranguru, I would have been able to knock out before that Acerola. Yeah, Kartana is also a pretty decent card, I guess, to get. Okay, so nothing stops me from swinging into the Decidueye, right? My opponent could have another Acerola, but if he does, he probably would end up attacking with Zoroark GX. So I'm definitely gonna need another energy, at least. So I'm gonna use Oranguru for Instruct. There's the energy, so we have the essentially game-winning cards. I don't think my opponent ever doesn't evolve into Zoroark GX, and if he leaves the Decidueye in play, I can Guzma. If he Acerolas it up, I can Fighting Memory knock out the Zoroark, which would be his only attacker, because he cannot devolve me because of Magearna. So yeah, Bridalski, everything is well, thank you so much. Thank you for your support It's because of people like you that I'm able to do what I do, like streaming today. So thank you so much. I'm glad that my YouTube videos have been helpful to you. And of course, I'll be in London for sure. So please come over and say hello. I'm always very happy to say hello to everyone. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, so apparently sound is fine for most people, so I'm not sure what could be the issue with J3. Okay, so my opponent decides to retreat. If he doesn't end, we should win here, guys. If he doesn't end us here, we definitely win, I think. And yeah, double feather arrow. I mean, even if we didn't have Magearna, just type null having 110 HP is absolutely huge. My opponent very smartly isn't going to evolve into Zoroark-GX, I guess, for the fighting memory potential. Or, never mind, there's the Zoroark-GX, so I feel like, well, now I can either take a knockout on the CDY or on Zoroark. And if we get end, we have a Lele for sure, we have Oranguru to draw extra cards. So, yeah. Between Silvally or Buzzwole, I like Silvally because it's like a fun deck to play, but I think Buzzwole is a stronger card for sure. Joel, I think it's fine to neck deck. It's really no big deal. Okay, so my opponent brings up the Oranguru as his supporter for the turn with the Guzma. So now all we have to do is attach the Fighting Memory. We get to be fighting type and we use Turbo Drive for the win. So pretty solid win here for the deck. Definitely a pretty solid win. And wow, there's almost 100 of you watching. Thank you guys so much for your support. Welcome to all the new followers. I hope you guys are seeing the alerts all the way at in the corner over there. Because of how I have it set up, I've actually missed most of the alerts, but everything's good. They do show up down below, I think. And yeah, there we go. There's another alert. I guess the purple font isn't ideal. So let's find another game. And will I go to Spain? I hope I get to go to Spain sometime. The issue is it's hard for me to justify going anywhere where there isn't like good prize money. So for example, the special event you guys had, I could have gone, but with no regionals level prize support, I can't justify going just for championship points. But I do hope I get to go to Spain to compete in the near future. And let me try changing the color of the font so that the alerts actually look a little bit better. Okay, so we start Lele, not ideal. If we had started anything and we could have Brigette, that would have been pretty good, but we'll have to make do for now. Okay, so yep, and then alerts. I'll change the style of the alert. Perhaps that will be better. So the follow alert, save the changes. The tip alert, save the changes. The host alert. Okay, I top deck a Cobalion. Cobalion's not gonna be great here, I don't think. So I think I just attached the energy to Lele and Sycamore here. Greninja definitely seems like a terrible matchup for this deck. And wow, this is actually worse than I would have imagined. Wow, okay, so we need the grass disc eventually in order for this deck to have a good Greninja matchup. See, here is where Celesteela would actually be pretty decent, I would say. Just because the GX can knock out a break and the regular attack can knock out the regular Greninjas, but our start was actually pretty abysmal, so things are not looking great for us. Okay, so very smartly. And yeah, I do hope we get all the energy type memory cards. I think that will be that will make Silvally a very interesting card. Okay, so no energy for us. I do get an Ultra Ball. I just, with my opponent setup, I don't see how I make a comeback here. Unless he's dead drawing, I don't see it. And I'm gonna get rid of these two cards. Gonna go find, oh, Celesteela is priced anyway, so never mind. Then I guess Silvally is our next best bet because, well, the GX attack is actually 10 short. Maybe we should be playing the Ankler thing, what's it called? The Pokemon that adds 10 damage to metal attacks, that psychic type. Okay, so I get a DCE, so I can somewhat pressure Frogadier. Well, I can take a knockout, but how am I going to deal with a Greninja now? That's the question here. Okay. What day do I arrive to London? I arrive on the Wednesday. Next Wednesday I arrive in London, so on Thursday I'll be there in order to check into the event at the XL thing. Yeah, I will be checking on Thursday evening. Delmis, yeah, Delmis. That was the Pokemon I was talking about. Okay, so my opponent is actually dead drawing here, so we have an opening. We actually have an opening. Magearna is fine, I guess. Registeel is not great. By attaching another energy to the Tapu Lele, I actually get to knock out the Frogadier, which is pretty cool. I'm just gonna Sycamore here, I think. So yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome that my opponent is dead drawing, honestly. Pretty awesome. Now I just take the knockout, I guess. So yeah, Lele putting in the work. That's 2 Frogadiers we've knocked out so far. My opponent will promote Staryu now, and then if he doesn't get anything, he will likely just retrain to Froggy. No, he immediately promotes Frogadier. That was interesting. Why would you do that? If he top decked the Evo Soda just now, I still think that's not the right play to do. What? I didn't end him, so what? I don't understand my opponent's play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my opponent doesn't return the energy. We actually get a knockout here. He does, of course, but we actually have a very small chance here. Gonna attach the energy there. Gonna energy drive, and then next turn I can turbo drive for the knockout on this Greninja, which will be a GX, and then next turn we can also use our Rebel GX attack to get another knockout on another Greninja. So yeah, there's a break. My opponent will get 2 prize cards here. And yeah, I wanted to arrive earlier, but it's honestly, it's the 4th time I'm in London, so there's few things I wanna do in the city, honestly. I do want to go to the Harry Potter museum that opened up, but other than that, I'm good. Okay, so my opponent uses Shadow Stitching, which is fine. This could cause me to potentially misplay the Magearna. My opponent will get the cards back for the Greninja, but I think that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but I can't do anything about it anyways. I think there's some merit to putting the DC back. But having the 2 Guzmas. Okay, I'm just gonna turbo drive for the knockout here. There's the energy on the Magearna. Here's the energy on the Magearna. Okay, there's another Greninja which we can knock out with our GX attack, so this is the thing. And there's the Celesteela. If we get a knockout on this Greninja and my opponent doesn't play another Greninja, we actually can win. As long as we end up powering up another attacker such as Magearna, because we have the 2 Guzmas. Like, we will have access to Guzma eventually. So there's a Moonlight Slash. That's okay. Now we use our Dangerous Rogue, not the Rebel GX attack, which sounds awfully similar to Dangerous Rogue actually. Okay, is it even worth benching Celesteela at this point? I don't need the GX attack because, well, I can't use the GX attack because I'm gonna use it right now. So I think it's better to just leave the Magearna powered up. So we use Rebel GX, we get a knockout. Then my opponent, there's no humanly possible way that my opponent gets a knockout on my Silvally. So we are able to use Guzma to get a knockout on something on the bench. And then next turn we can use the other Guzma to get the final knockout. Right? Starmie's gonna be the last knockout. Starmie's gonna be the last knockout. What do you mean the table cup? And yeah, the best deck to me right now would be definitely no more Guzmas. Oh, but my opponent could have whiffed the Greninja. The best deck is definitely Gardevoir, I think. Not by much, but it is the best deck, I think. Okay, so my opponent actually doesn't get the Greninja. This should be game because we got the DCE. That was pretty lucky. Brigette heal doesn't work for us. I will attach the choice band and I will turbo drive for the knockout. So now all we need is a Guzma. So we need a Lele, we need an Ultra Ball, or we need a Guzma, and we still have 3 of them in the deck. And with the price card, all the Ultra Balls can become top decks in order to find that Guzma, or my opponent could simply just not find the Greninja and we should be good. And hello Hiruma. Yeah, you are the top donation. Like the thing thinks you donated $500. So that's why it shows that you're the top donation. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the comeback, right? The comeback. I mean, it's mostly because my opponent whiffed so much, but a comeback's a comeback, I guess. I think we should have the game won. Because my opponent cannot afford to use Shadow Stitching next turn, I don't think. Yeah, so the thing thinks you donated $500, but yeah, I know it's Mexican, but I'll have to change that somehow. And no. Uh-oh. Okay, so the Muxi alerts. Okay, so I get an N. We just need to make sure that my opponent doesn't use Shadow Stitching for game next turn, and we should be good. What tournament do you have this Saturday in Spain, Color? Is it the Metropolis Day Center thing? Riddles, I would say right now it's 99%. I don't see any reason not to play Gardevoir at the International. It's the deck I've done the best with by far. I know how to use it well, and I still think it's super strong. So, okay. Does my opponent take a knockout here with Shadow Stitching? If he does, he's a genius. He can use Giant Water Shuriken here. Well, and he gets a knockout. So actually, he probably does. I'm actually not sure. We'll see. It depends. If my opponent uses Shadow Stitching, we might lose. If my opponent uses anything else, we don't. We still have 3 Guzmas as potential top decks. Wow, there's over 100 of you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I can't believe there's over 100 of you here. Okay, so there's a Sycamore. Hiruma for... Ooh. That choice band probably prompts him to just go ahead and shadow stitching here. No, he goes for Moonlight Flash. We win, guys, we win. My opponent misplaced. My opponent did not consider all of the outs. Oh no, we don't win. Because I don't have the energy. Oops. We actually do not win. Oh, I don't win. That's very silly of me. I need an extra card. I don't have free retreat. How do I win? How do I win? Oranguru into Guzma plus an energy. That's how I win. Yep, it's the only way. So let's instruct. And nope. So almost. We needed an energy to win. We needed an energy to win. I could still Acerola, I guess. If I Acerola and promote Oranguru, I still maybe can save the match. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now I need a DCE. Okay. Not even Professor Kukui. Okay, so how do I... My opponent has double Giant Water Shuriken. But if he does go for the double, he has to use Greninja Break. So I'm actually gonna power up Lele. And so we pass. Why is 4-4 Gardevoir with forward candy better? Because yeah, SPNX is a problem, but forward candy also means you get to, once you get evolved, you immediately get to pressure with Gardevoir again. So it's not necessarily better by much, but it is a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Like, I think both have pros and cons. Okay, so now I need to top deck. No, I can't win. How do I win? I can't win. He has energy off of Starmie, right? But he can't double Giant Water Shuriken. He only needs... Oh, with 2 energy he wins. So I need a Field Blower to survive. I need a Field Blower to survive. That's not a Field Blower. So I need a Field Blower off of my N-1 to potentially survive. Potentially. Nope. There we go. So yeah. Well, Joel, yeah, I could have used Guzma with no Pokemon on my bench, but I couldn't search the Guzma without playing down the Lele, so that was the issue. So yeah, well played. I mean, I'm surprised we were able to get it to this point. It was mostly because my opponent started whiffing a lot in the early stages of the match. And if at some point we had been able to set up a second Silvally-GX, we would have been able to get a lot more... we would have been able to do the Guzma play to win, but we were missing an energy. That's what happened. We missed the energy. So yeah, I honestly think, I mean, the thing is, with the 4-3, with the 3 Kirlia versus 2 Kirlia, like, your goal is to evolve without damage, right? Or with the least amount of damage possible. So I like the rare candy because it gives you an immediate way to just bench the, like, bring out the Gallade or the Gardevoir out again. That's what I like about the... That's what I like about the... about the 4 rare candy. It also means you have a chance at getting turn 2 Gardevoir in some games instead of always going for a turn 2 Silvally-GX. So there's a lot of pros and cons for each. I feel more comfortable with 4. I'm not saying that's the only way to play it, but I do like the way it plays out. So I think, so like I was right here, I was tempted to Sycamore or N to try to find energy to attach to Celesteela, but because we do have Fighting Memory in the deck, I think it's just better to try and set up with Silvally-GX, honestly. We do have both Fighting Memories in the deck, so I think going this route is better. It's just a little bit safer, and we're in no rush. My opponent is using a fighting type version of Silvally, I think. Silvally Darkrai, or maybe it's just pure Darkrai. Either way, Darkrai I don't think is a good play in standard ever. So cool dude, yeah, I'll definitely be in San Jose. Definitely will be in San Jose. Definitely will be in San Jose. And yeah, welcome to all the new followers, and once again thank you to the 2 people who have subscribed today. I really appreciate it. Celesteela indeed. So yeah, apparently we're up against Turbo Dark, so I'm not too worried about the match. I'll keep the Field Blower alive. Well, am I going to Sycamore? Yeah, I think I'm going to Sycamore here. Yeah, so never mind. I'm not gonna keep the Field Blower alive. I'm just gonna Sycamore here. Want to find a Silvally. No chance of us attacking this turn, but that's perfectly fine. There's the Silvally. And now Celesteela has free retreat, so we can just retreat into Registeel, and we can pass, right? And then next turn we can potentially either attack with Registeel and get some energy acceleration going, or we just dig deeper for the Fighting Memory and we get the energy acceleration that way. So we should be good. We should be good. You want Chairman? Maybe in the future we will have Chairman as a partner in crime for Tablemon. Maybe in the future. Nabil, I haven't seen Finn's list, so I really couldn't tell you. Okay, so we actually do not find any draw supporters for the turn, so I'm gonna Brigette for the Oranguru, and I see no reason to not just attack with Registeel here and just deal the 30 damage to the Darkrai. Maybe even 60 damage is better. Yeah, I have 4 choice band. This is fine, and I'll attach a Psychic Memory here to the Lele to transform it to even more Psychic type. No, just kidding, it doesn't work. There we see an Ultra Ball, but for now I don't want to get rid of my DC, so I'm just gonna Turbo Arm. The 60 damage is relevant because the math works out with Silvally-GX's Turbo Drive, and we also have Rebel GX with a choice band potentially in the future to get knockout. So Fighting Memory, choice bands, and the residual damage, all of those work. And with no Stadium for our opponent, he might just end up sacrificing the active Darkrai EX, which would be pretty ideal. Where did you guys watch double Psychic type Lele? Yeah. Where do you guys get Finn's list? Does he have a YouTube channel? I don't know if, his YouTube channel actually. Double Psychic Lele. Okay, so there's a Dark Pulse. My opponent trades a whole Darkrai with 2 energy for a single Registeel. And yeah, I promote Celesteela just in case I top deck something useful. Ultra Ball. I could Ultra Ball once again. I really don't want to though. I would just want to attach, I think. There's no need to lose the DCE. The DCE is actually pretty good. So I'm just gonna retreat, and it seems like most of the supporting cast is just there to apply some pressure or to take hits. For Silvally, I guess we have to wait until we actually face off against Gardevoir to see how effective the metal supporting cast is, but I'm okay waiting. I am okay waiting. He does online tuition. Okay. Like I know he has his website, right? But I didn't know if he like if he posted the video anywhere, if it's public or whatever, but I haven't seen Finn's list. And Nuburba, hello from Italy, thank you so much for being here. And there's an N, so we're good here. Finding a choice band or a fighting memory means we get a one-shot on the Darkrai, which is pretty good. We do find the choice band. Oh, actually, we don't get the one hit because of the Fighting Fury Belt. So now we actually need the... so I'm not gonna attach it. I'm just gonna end. We would need Field Blower and choice band to actually get a knockout. We whiff, but I still think we are fine here. There's no point in using Rebel GX. So even though we don't have any energy, dealing 150 or 120, it's still a 2-hit KO on the Darkrai. And next turn we can follow up with a Turbo Drive, and then we can finally use Rebel GX or finally find a fighting memory. So we should be good. Oh, okay, so Cutter Tap. So I don't have a subscription for Cutter Tap, so that explains. And we see an N for my opponent, so more chances for us to get the fighting memory. We find a choice band, we find a TCE. Lego and Zoroark GX. Okay, so I actually have seen, I did run into a deck using those cards, I believe, when I was testing yesterday in the morning. So Kohler, the beginning, do you mean the beginning of the live stream? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. The rubbish Trubbish, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Remind me when we played at Fort. Oh, yeah. Remind me when we played at Fort Wayne. Are you Darin Miara? Or who are you? I'm not sure who you are. Okay, so I definitely want the Psychic on the Silvally. I have the choice band, so what I could do would be Lele for this Darkrai and attach the choice band and get a knockout. But no, I don't think that's worth it. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away. Now the DCE seems less useful. I'll just get another type Null. Celesteela could also be a good option to take the last prize card, I guess. So I'll just attach the choice band here. Celesteela doesn't need it. It needs either Field Blower. Yeah, it needs Field Blower to get out 1-hit KO with a GX attack. And there's a Fighting Memory finally. So one turn too late, I would say. My opponent has yet to play a Field Blower. I don't know if he plays any. Usually Dark decks didn't play any, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach the Fighting Memory and just Turbo Drive. Now we are fighting type, and the energy will go to Celesteela. No, I'll go to type Null for sure. Okay. Win and in top 16. Oh yeah, that's true. I remember. Yeah. So you're the first year masters. Yeah, I remember you. Dylan, is it? Yeah, that was a bad game for me for sure. But it happens. Hello Sir Bandage, thank you for being here. Yeah, so the Fighting Memory discs, they do not change your weakness, they only change your type. So I guess it replaces the Colorless, but yeah, all we have to do now is Ultra Ball for a Lele, for a Guzma, or we can just top deck the Lele. That also works. Well played. I hope my opponent lets me take a knockout with my fighting type, Silvally-GX. Everything has free retreat, so I literally could not misplay that Guzma. There's absolutely no way to misplay the Guzma. And I'm just gonna Rebel GX here for 200 damage, thanks to weakness, and there we go. Will, sorry Will. I'm so sorry. Okay. So yeah, the deck is honestly working pretty well. I think I will leave it here for now. It's been what, a little under an hour for Silvally showcasing. We lost a close match to Greninja and we won the other two, which is pretty cool. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. Thank you so much for watching, it really helps out the channel. And if you're live here with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere, I'll be right back with another fun-ish deck. Okay, so don't go anywhere, I'll be right back.